everyone. This is my third take trying to open up this video. Hopefully we'll get it off the ground this time. Welcome back to my number one hits of the 80s reaction series. We are now going to react to the very last number one song of 1982. This was by Daryl, Hall, and Hall Oates, who I've reacted to before, as they did have I think two prior number ones in the 1980s. This is the one that I know best, know them for the most and the best, because, well, it was later, and by this point I sort of had my 1 year on the radio when this came out in late 82. It wasn't until 83 that I really started listening to pop music full force. But I remember this song very, very well. It seems that I remember listening to this song when I was in the dentist chair one time when I was a kid, and I don't know, and I'm sure there were tons and tons of songs that played on the radio, but for whatever reason, this one stuck in my brain as one from the dentist office. It's quirky how like music takes you to certain places, and I have a very particular sort of reaction. So this song does certain things to my brain, and you know, sometimes songs take you to certain scenarios, and sometimes they just make you feel a certain way about that has to do with what was going on in your life, or just how the timbre of the song hit you at that particular moment in your life. But we'll get into my psychoanalysis after watching the official video for Maneater by Daryl, Hall, and Hall Oates, coming up now, which actually has over 300 million views. I was surprised to see that number. We've had a number of 80s videos with hundreds of millions of views, but I didn't realize that this was going to be one of them that had sustained its popularity to that extent. So good job, Hall and Oates. And sorry you guys are on the outs now, but let's go back and look at Better Days. All right, so I wasn't crazy. Well, this doesn't prove that I was crazy. This song is ominous. This song is straight up ominous. No, nothing else really you can say about the arrangement. Uh, I cribbed a little bit off of Wikipedia, but I definitely hear this got a sort of a Motown shuffle to it. Um, but then they layer on the synths that with the reverb or the echo, and then they have the sax sort of lurking in the background, and then on top of that, the lyrics are very dark and foreboding, and cautionary. There's a lot of eeriness and tension and discomfort hanging over this record. And I think that tension is probably what propelled it to the top. Like on one hand, it's kind of an easy, easy listening kind of a bop. But then if you listen to the message and some of the embellishments, it makes it a lot deeper, makes the sound deeper and makes it more ominous. So maybe hearing something like this in a dentist chair kind of makes sense that would stick with me, because it's not really the comforting sound that you want to hear in the dentist chair. Watch out. That's not the sort of lyrics you want to internalize when you're about to get your teeth worked on. So I totally get that now. This was not some sort of artifact of what was going on in my head. This is really objectively how the song is arranged. Regarding the music video, I feel like probably the same person who directed the last video I saw from them, and right now I cannot tell you what it was, but I do remember that their prior number one had a video where the video directors focused in very specifically on, and it might have been I can't go for that, no can do, but there was also this sort of fixation on the musical instruments and what they were playing, and playing the instruments when those particular instruments were being featured. Make sure that they're on the screen. Like here, during the time the sax was playing, look at the sax. When the bass line was prominent, look at the fretwork on the bass. When there's some of the synth work was happening, they showed Daryl Hall playing the synths. So it seemed, and just in general, the video seemed to be storyboarded within an inch of its life. You could almost, I feel like I could almost see the storyboard unfolding. Like they didn't really embellish much beyond, like, for this 5 seconds we're going to do this, and then for this 5 seconds we're going to do that, and then we're going to fade to the part where the cat does this, and then we're going to have the woman, and she's going to be doing this. It's almost like they really rigidly storyboarded this and filmed the video really, really closely to that. It almost and it does look like they reused the same footage at the same point in the two verses, which honestly seems a little cheap to me, and maybe it was for effect, but reusing the exact same footage of them performing the song, or of Daryl Hall coming out of the shadows and leaning forward into the light to make his point about she's a man-eater. It's something that, it's the kind of thing that you would expect from an early 80s video. The video is this close to being really, really well done. It's very polished in its way, but it has, to me, a few of those stylistic choices which come off more amateurish than avant-garde. So, to me, it's still a little rough around the edges, but I did appreciate the production quality for this. The song itself, though, is really well produced and very actualized, very self-actualized. This song knows what it wants to say, and it knows how it wants to say it, and it knows how it wants you to feel about it. Really uneasy. It's giving you a warning, and the song feels like a warning. It feels like something terrible is about to happen. It is probably one of my favorite Hall Oates songs, despite my misgivings, besides the uneasy feeling that it gives me. But I definitely appreciate the songcraft. I will say that the lyrics are so idiosyncratic. They don't, I've just got through reacting to Lionel Richie and Up Where We Belong and all these songs that are um, that have lyrics that are very straightforward and traditional, and Daryl Hall, he can certainly do more straightforward lyrics, but it seems like he was going for some real kind of tongue twisters almost in here. So what I did not like, after hearing the song so many times over the years, I did not realize what a lot of these lyrics were. The Jaguar part was totally out of left field for me. I did not realize he was saying that in the song. The way that the words were shoehorned into the cadence of the melody were unusual, and I would have never guessed that those were the words he was saying. So now I have a better appreciation for the lyrics here as well. I've always had this uneasy feeling among the many other uneasy feelings that this song creates, that this song was misogynistic. In doing the research for this reaction video, I learned that the song was written as written more from a symbolic standpoint, and that they were actually talking about, and I don't know if they said it definitively, but they suggested that the song was actually about New York City as opposed to an actual woman. And it basically saying that you need to watch out for the city. It's very seductive and will promise you a good time, but it'll chew you up and spit you out. And in that context, like it's nice that the song has those sort of layers to it. But again, the fact that you're using the she to refer to it could still speak to something, misogynistic in slant behind what your figurative meaning is. But they also use a woman in the video, and they certainly aren't going out of their way to emphasize the non-literal aspects of it. So I've always been a little uncomfortable. And this is not some sort of woke PC, whatever derogatory term for being a nice person you want to use. I've never. This was even when I was a kid. I'm like, do they really want to be talking about women like that? It seems to be promoting this stereotype of this type of woman that is predatory. And I mean, certainly women like that exist. So I guess writing a song about it isn't wrong. But it also brings up the question of, how would a song about a man who was like that be different? I don't know. It's just something to think about. Like it's neither here nor there, and I would never like protest this song or say, oh, this song is terrible. It's just something that's always made me feel a little uneasy about the depiction of women in it, even though it's obviously about a particular woman in this instance. It's just, how do people generalize about women in song? Another song that I think is way more objectionable, but is also one of my favorite songs from growing up, would be Poison by Belle Biv DeVoe. That one is much more to the point and is very much not a figurative song. It's very much about a type of girl who acts a certain type of way and looks a certain type of way. So I do sort of put it in that same category. But the other interesting part about this is that Nelly Furtado came up with a totally different song called Maneater. That song is one of my favorite songs of the 2000s. I absolutely love Nelly Furtado's song. It's so off kilter and random and just, it's crazy. It's such a crazy record. But having a woman actually give voice to a similar sentiment almost gives it more of an empowerment feel. And I think it would be interesting to see, because I have not seen a female cover this version, this Maneater, not Nelly Furtado's, and see if it changes the meaning of the song to agency and owning one's power as opposed to making it seem like it's trashing women. And it's just interesting how in different hands the same lyrics can be seen or be interpreted in different ways. It's part of the beauty of music. Just some parting thoughts there. We're finished with 1982, and let's move ahead to 1983, and I hope you'll join me as I continue this journey through the number one hits of the 1980s. Until then, please help me to make music better. You have something to say, Amir? Amir says he wants to make music better too. Yes, I know. Yeah, and he says goodbye as well. So, until next time.